I just dropped off a piece of my heart at the international terminal for a once-in-a-lifetime Israel excursion. Sending my kid halfway around the world while I stay home is a completely nerve-wracking experience, but I did my best to keep it in check. My biggest hope is that he has a safe, fun, life-enriching trip. Now hold me. That was the caption on a picture I posted on Facebook last night, right before I drove my car away from parking lot D at O'Hare's International Terminal. My younger son just began the experience of a lifetime, a Birthright trip. Birthright is an amazing organization that provides young adults with an excursion that is meant to strengthen Jewish identity, Jewish communities, and solidarity with Israel. His itinerary is jam-packed, featuring activities like visiting the Western Wall, spending the night in a Bedouin tent, and floating in the Dead Sea, just to mention 3 action items. Every single bit of it without me. I'm usually pretty casual about stuff involving my boys. While I love my kids dearly, I've never been the type of mom who coddles. I am no helicopter mom, to say the least. Jim and I have always tried to empower our boys to make educated decisions. We've tried to avoid giving them detailed roadmaps and projecting our own feelings and ideas on them. We've often answered their questions with other questions. Because of that, they have grown up to be extremely well-adjusted guys who are smart, thoughtful, and productive. Unfortunately, that easygoing spirit flies out the window when you're a mom dropping your kid off at the Turkish Airlines ticket counter to check in for a trip he'll take with one longtime friend from religious school and the rest strangers to a small country that is rife with conflict and acts of violence. I never thought of it until I drove away, but I imagined this must have been similar to what my parents were feeling when they dropped me off at the airport for a month-long stay in Europe through a student interchange program when I was 14. If my parents had less to worry about regarding actual safety back then, I'm sure my young age more than made up for that. It's not easy no matter how you slice it. Dropping him off yesterday was harder than taking him to college for the first time, but I know he's going to have fun. I know his life will be enhanced and changed for the better. I'm reasonably certain that he really will be safe, not only because I have confidence in the organization supporting the trip, but I believe in odds too. College is right over there. It's 2 hours away. It's close enough to home that should my presence become needed for any reason, I can grab my purse and go. There's security in proximity. Israel is way over there. It's on the other side of the world. While he'll have the ability to text us and post pictures, thank you, technology, he's so far away. Over the last 3 days, I can't tell you how many motherly reminders I've issued to him about keeping track of his passport and his camera and his wallet and his phone and his cash, and how he should have fun but completely keep his eyes open to his surroundings and the people around him, and. I've even annoyed myself. The truth is, being an American in any foreign country is hard enough when you're a fully grown adult with lots of travel experience. Being a 20-year-old on a whirlwind tour of Israel with a bunch of other college kids requires a little more diligence and focus, and I can't do it for him. All of this thought and anxiety and worry just from delivering my son to the first stop on what is going to be one of the most amazing trips he will ever take in his life. After he received his boarding pass and handed over his suitcase, I asked him if he wanted me to wait with him while the rest of his group went through check-in. I told him I was happy to stay, but I didn't mind if he wanted me to leave. He said, "I'm fine with your leaving, but thanks for taking me this far." It was all a little poetic. I smiled and sputtered out a couple more reminders about his passport and safety abroad while we were hugging each other goodbye. And then, as difficult as it was, I let go.